I'm going to be showing you how to do all the puzzles and the location of the Datacard within Coruscant's Federal District within LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga's Galaxy Freeplay. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start off with the first puzzle, which is at the very start of the Federal District, right where you land, and this one's called Welcome to the Federal District. So all you have to do is switch to a character that can grapple like a hero, grapple up behind this first statue, and get the Kyber Brick for Welcome to the Federal District. Next one we're going to be doing on the head, or Ed, as the title says. This one's going to be on another statue. We're going to grapple up here to get to the next level up. And once we get up here, we can then switch to a scavenger character and use their scavenger abilities, the net launcher and the glider, to actually reach this Kyber Brick. Now, if you don't have these scavenger abilities, that means you haven't played through the story of either episode 6 or 7, either two of those. And once you play through those, you'll unlock those scavenger abilities for all your scavengers. So that's that one. Next up, we're going to do District Dangle. And this one's going to be on top of yet another statue. And we're going to climb over here. There's going to be this little rope that you can climb right up. And from here, it's pretty simple. You can just kind of grapple up. There's multiple ways to do it. You can do it with a Jedi character even, but I was able to do it here just with a hero character. And we're just going to climb all the way up here, get to the top of this statue, and it is called District Dangle. There we go. So next up, we're going to do Korner Kyber, spelt with a K. What is this, Mortal Kombat? But this is one of the easier Kyber bricks of this area, or puzzles. All you have to do is climb over here to this edge, knock out all of the obstacles in your way, and you'll get the Kyber brick right out here in the open. Next up, we're going to have to go inside this door here nearby for this next one called Padme's Pad. So you're actually going to go inside Padme's place here, and on the right side there's going to be a barricaded door with a red force field around it. So we're going to walk outside here, and outside is going to be a key card. We're going to pick that up, head right back to this barricaded door, force field door, and that's going to lower the force field, allowing us to get the Kyber Brick for Padme's Pad. So next up, we're going to do Profitable Propaganda. So this one requires you to shoot down 8 of these signs that have a Kyber Brick on them. So for whatever reason, one of my signs was already taken, but right here on this freeze frame, if you look just to the left of the door, towards the middle of the screen there, that's going to be where the sign that I missed was, that I didn't have footage of, because for whatever reason, I just did not get the footage of that first Kyber Brick sign. I must have just taken it out by accident before, but it should be pretty easy because all of these locations are on your mini-map, so it shouldn't be a problem getting all of the signs for this. But that is Profitable Propaganda. So next up, we're going to do Scant Silver, and this one's going to lead you to this silver Lego object in the statue. Make sure you throw the grenade, behind the little barricade, because your character will kind of get blocked by that. And we'll blow up the silver Lego object with the villain character, and we'll get that Kyber Brick. So next up, we're going to do a vehicle puzzle here, and we're going to have to talk to this character. After you talk to him, kind of look up, and you'll see a red line or power line leading you to where you need to go. So go follow that line, switch to a grapple character to grapple up, and then switch to a bounty hunter character to take out all of these gold Lego objects here. Once you take those out, you're going to have to solve this little puzzle. So each of these switches is going to light up certain lights blue, and the goal is to get all 4 lights blue. And I just kind of played around with it a little bit. I don't have an exact solution here, but you can do exactly what I'm doing here, and you will solve it. I was able to do it just in about 30 seconds or so, so that wasn't too bad. And we got all the lights blue. So once we do that, we can go all the way back around, and we have to talk to that character once again. When you talk to him, he will give you the vehicle that you're looking for. He actually throws you the key, which is pretty funny. That's called Breaker Switch Breakdown. So next up, we're going to do Riding High, and we're going to go to it right here on the map, and you're going to be underneath here. All you have to do is use a force-using character to move the nearby blocks into place right underneath the Kyber Brick. And once you put 3 into place, you can jump up and get the Kyber Brick for Riding High. So next up, we're going to do Below Deck Bouncing. So we're going to move over here, and we're going to fall into this little secret area, and there's going to be a trampoline nearby, and we can use the force to move that into place. Once you do that, you can use the trampoline to reach the Kyber Brick for Below Deck Bouncing. Next up, we're going to go to the south side of the map here for Stockpile Surprise. So it's going to be really high up here above this door, and to get up there, we're going to jump up here to the right side, and there's going to be, again, these blocks that you can use with a force-using character. So we're going to use the blocks to reach this higher ledge. There's going to be 3 blocks that you need. Once you do that, you should then be able to reach up here, and if you have trouble jumping up here, you can just use it nearby, like one of those holographic signs, to reach to be able to get enough leverage to reach up here. But there you go. Once you do that, you should be able to reach the Kyber Brick for Stockpile Surprise. So next up, we're going to do Grapple Safari, and this one is pretty funny because you actually go underneath here with a grapple character, hero character, however you want to use, and there's going to be a billion different grapple points here, and it takes a little while to go across, but once you do that, you should be able to reach the Kyber Brick for Grapple Safari. Then you'll have to grapple all the way back up, which is fun. Next up, we're going to do Mile High Deadeye. This one's pretty simple. All you have to do is stand on the nearby switch, which is going to be to the left of the Kyber Brick, and then you can just shoot the target, and that's going to open up the Kyber Brick for Mile High Deadeye. Alright, so next we're going to do Cutting Across Town, which again is on the south side of the map, and this one's going to require you to switch to a lightsaber character like a Jedi or Sith, and you're just going to have to go across this long pathway. There's going to be some obstacles in the way, as you can see here. You just kind of have to wait for them to go away, then you can progress. And after you do that for a really long time, you'll eventually reach the Kyber Brick for Cutting Across Town. So there you go. So next up, we're going to go more towards the middle of the map here. This is called Federal Firepower. And you're going to have to get up high. And to get up high, I always jump up here. And I do kind of a funny flip here. And that was able to get me up to this ladder. You might have to use the force to move a block into place if you can't do that. But I was able to do a flip there and do it no problem. And once you get up here, there's going to be 4 targets you need to shoot within 5 seconds. Which is kind of tricky, but I was just able to do it there on my first try. And once you do that, that's going to open up the barricade for the next Kyber Brick for Federal Firepower. So next up, we're going to do Walking Tall in the Mall. And this is going to be in the main mall area. There's going to be a grapple hook here within the main mall hallway. Once you get up here, there's going to be several bridges that you need to cross. And this is going to lead you straight over to the other side of the mall where the Kyber Brick is. And we're just going to carefully go across here, and there we go. Walking Tall in the mall. We have done it. So next up, we're going to do Open for Business. This is going to be, again, in the mall area, just on the ground level. There's going to be a locked door, and you'll notice on the left side you need a battery. So just go in the room directly across, and there's going to be a switch on the wall. Pull down the switch, and that's going to reveal the battery. Pick that battery up and insert it into the correct slot. That's going to open up the door. Once you get inside, there is your Kyber Brick for Open for Business. So next up, we're going to do Net Set, and this is going to be just outside of the mall area. We're going to switch to a scavenger character and use their net launcher ability. And once you do that, you can shoot the net launcher, giving you a pathway up to this high ledge. Once you get up to this high ledge, climb up, and there is going to be your Kyber Brick on the left side. We're just going to run right down to it, and that is the puzzle called Net Set. So next up, we're going to do Crate Idea, or Great Idea, as a lot of people would say. And it's going to be more on the right side of the map, and you might be wondering what you have to do here. Well, pick up the nearby block with the force and hit all the switches along the wall. Once you do that, you'll unlock the Kyber Brick for Crate Idea. So next up, we're going to do Little Shop of Droids, and this one's pretty hard to miss because there's like a billion different character icons here. And inside, there's going to be a villain panel, so switch to a villain character. Solve the puzzle or skip it if you have the upgrade. Once you do that, you can then walk up to the droid behind the force field, and I believe you have to pay 5,000 studs. Once you do that, you will unlock the puzzle and the Kyber Brick here for Little Shop of Droids. So next up, we're going to do Babbling Brick, and this is going to be sort of in the middle of the map. There's going to be this little green area just underneath the bridge. All you have to do is walk under it. You don't need any special character or anything like that, and you will get the Kyber Brick for Babbling Brick. So next up, we're going to move more towards the left side, left middle of the map. There's going to be this room here, and there's going to be one of these droids that you need to talk to with a protocol droid, and you will have to spend 200,000 studs, so make sure you have some stud multipliers for this one, and you'll be able to buy this Kyber Brick for Shop Till It Drops. So next up, we're going to do the next one just below that, called High Up on the Hyperlifts, and I would consider this one to be the most challenging Kyber Brick of this entire federal district. So what you want to do is stand on the 2 switches on the ground level like I'm doing here. That will move both of these hyperlifts all the way to the lowest level. Then climb up and walk across, and then you can grapple up with a hero or astromech character and get up to the highest level on the left side, and then get your second character over in position on the left hyperlift, and then stand on the platform, allowing your second character to go all the way to the top of the left side, and then switch to a gliding character just to make sure you can jump across, and you will be able to reach the Kyber Brick for High Up on the Hyperlifts. So next up, we're going to do the Brick Who Lived under the bridge, I believe it's called. And we're just going to go ahead and select this one, and it's going to lead you right over here. And we're just going to get right under the bridge here and walk across here. You don't need any special character or anything like that. And there we go. It's called the brick who lived under the stairs. My bad. So next up, we're going to do big rock, little brick. And this one's pretty simple as well. Just shoot off these little pieces of rock that are blocking the grapple points. Then you can grapple straight up and climb all the way up to the top of this rock and get the little brick on top. Big rock, little brick. So next up, we're going to moving to the sort of northwest side of the map. There's going to be a locked door with the power cable going underneath. Follow that power cable down, build up a ladder so you can get back up. Switch to a bounty hunter character to shoot down the gold Lego object. Pull the switch, that will unlock the door. So you can climb all the way back up, and inside the room is going to be another gold Lego object that you can destroy with a bounty hunter character. And then you can get you your Kyber brick for shop invasion. So next up, we're going to be getting the data card for the Federal District. So we're going to go back down to the lower level to the right of that door that we just went through. And it's going to be a little pathway down here. And there's going to be 2 switches on the ground. And this is pretty simple. All you have to do is stand on one switch, have your co-op partner stand on the other switch. That'll lower the force field for this area's data card. So next up, we're going to do the puzzle for Splish Splash. This is sort of on the western left side of the map. There's going to be this fountain here. There's going to be 4 switches you need to hold down. And you have to hold them down all at once, so we're going to use the nearby blocks with a force using character to use the blocks to push down all 4 switches. There should be 4 blocks nearby. Once you do that, that will unlock the Kyber brick for Splish Splash. There we go. So next up, we are going to do protocol problems, and this is going to be for a vehicle. And once we do that, we have to have a locked door to get unlocked. And to do that, we're going to walk over here to the right side of the door, switch to a villain character, hack this panel, or you can skip it if you have the villain upgrade. That's going to unlock this conveyor belt, switch to a protocol droid, and make sure the top part of the protocol droid goes through because you will need to pull a switch on the other side. Pull that switch, that'll open up the door, allowing any character to go in. And on the left side here, there's going to be a force field that's kind of going down. Get your protocol droid in there, hack the protocol panel, and then it's going to allow you to control this other protocol droid, which you can then use to pull this switch. Once you do that, that's going to unlock an astromech panel. So switch to an astromech droid and hack this open. And once you do that, that will unlock the key for the next vehicle unlock. And there we go. Boom. Protocol problems. So next up, we're going to do corner awning. This is going to be just to the left of that room that we were just in. There's going to be a high up ledge. And we're going to position the nearby 3 orange blocks with a force using character. And we're going to position them right here. And then we're going to switch to a grapple character to grapple up to the ledge. And then we can grapple up further to get all the way up to the top of this awning, as the puzzle calls it. And there we go. There's the Kyber brick for corner awning. So next up, we're going to do tuning fork on the bottom left hand side of the map. And this one, once again, is going to require you to use a force using character to move these orange blocks into a position to where you can actually reach the Kyber brick. And I think you need about 3 or 4 blocks for this one. Let's see how many I use here. Looks like I used 4. So there we go. Move all 4 into place, climb up, and jump up to reach the Kyber brick for tuning fork. So that's going to be all the Kyber bricks in the main area. Next up, we're going to go to the Jedi temple. So use the nearby taxi to reach the temple. And to the right side of the steps of the temple, there's going to be a secret ledge here. And all you have to do is drop down to reach the Kyber brick for Daredevil Drop. So next up, we're going to go actually inside the temple, and we're going to do the Kyber brick for Jedi Find Trick instead of Mind Trick. And you have to play one of these games where they put the Kyber brick under the cone, and then it's going to move around. You have to kind of keep track of it with your eye. I'm not sure if it goes into the same spot every game or not, but the first one, for me, it was in the middle. And so then you can use the force to pick the one that has the Kyber brick. You'll then have to play the game again, but this time with 5 different of these cups, and it's a little bit harder to keep track of, but I was able to find it there for the second one. And once you do that 2 times, you'll be able to get the Kyber brick for Jedi Find Trick. So a little bit tricky with that one. So next up, on the south side of the Jedi Temple, we're going to do this one. This one's going to require you to do a couple things. So on the right side of these little younglings, there's going to be a switch here that you can pull with a grapple character. So pull that switch. That's going to reveal an astromech panel. And to get an astromech up there, you have to use the nearby orange blocks with a force-using character. So then get up there with an astromech, hack the panel. That's going to be 1/2 of this puzzle. You'll get a little cutscene there for this youngling. And And then for the other Youngling, you have to go over here to the left side, destroy the nearby object, and build up some prop droids. And once you do that, wait a few seconds, and that will solve this puzzle for Younglings in class. So there we go. So next up, we're going to do Trial of the Jedi, which is going to be in the Jedi Council room within the Jedi Temple. And this one's going to require you to talk to Yoda, and you have to do a little bit of a puzzle 3 times, but it works the same way each time. It doesn't really get any harder. So there's going to be 3 clouds above the Jedi's heads. Use the Force to reveal different objects behind the clouds, and then you have to stand on the corresponding platform that has to do with that object. So just do that 3 different times. So there's going to be a total of 9 different things you need to step on. It doesn't need to be in any order or anything like that. But once you do that, you will get the Kyber Brick for Trial of the Jedi. So next up, we're going to stay in the Jedi Temple on the opposite end to the library, and this is called Secret of the Archives 2, so we're actually doing this out of order, but we'll do the first one here right after this. So this one's going to require you to put the Jedi statue that corresponds with the picture on the wall, and this one's pretty simple. All you have to do is look at the picture on the wall and put the statue into place with on the right side of the picture. And once you do that for all 6 of these pictures, that will unlock the Kyber Brick for Secrets of the Archive 2. And again, I'm just kind of looking around for the correct statue here. There's so many different statues laying around, it can get a little bit confusing there. And looks like here is the last one, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and once you do that, that will reveal the Kyber Brick for Secrets of the Archive 2. So next up, we're going to do Secrets of the Archive 1, which I think is actually a little bit trickier than the first one. So you're going to talk to the librarian woman here, and she's going to kind of give you a little bit of a puzzle. I think it works best just to write down the order here, or you can just do exactly what I do here. And so basically I'm going to align them within the order that she says in the story, because apparently all these characters were like having a race or something like that. But you can slow this down and do the puzzle exactly as I do here, or you can probably even Google the correct order. But really the best way that I found to do it is to just write down what she's saying to get the correct order. And once you do that, you'll get the Kyber Brick for Secret of the Archives. So next up, we're going to do Pressuring the Senate. So we're going to go to the Coruscant Senate building, which is going to be the last area that we need because this federal district is so massive. And once we get here on the steps, we're going to go towards the left side on the map of the this area here, but it's going to be kind of on the right side of the stairs. And there's just going to be 4 switches that we need to press in a certain order. And the order has to do with the number of lights next to the switch. So you can see this one had 4 lights around it, so that's the one you need to hit last. Once you do that, you will get the Kyber Brick for Pressuring the Senate. We're almost done here, so next up we're going to do Turning to the Dark Side. So this is going to be on the opposite end of the Coruscant Senate area. And all you have to do here is take out all of these light poles in the area. There's going to be about 13 of them. Once you make sure you destroy them though, don't just knock them down because it won't count unless you destroy them. And once you take out all 13 of those, you'll get the Kyber Brick for Turning to the Dark Side. And last but not least, we have Palpatine's portrait here inside the Coruscant Senate building here. And on the left side of the room, there's going to be one of these walls which you can open up with a Jedi's lightsaber. And there's going to be one of these picture on the wall puzzles. So all you have to do is find the nearby picture pieces around the room and put them in the correct place on the portrait. And that will unlock this next Kyber Brick. So we're going to put the face there on the right side. And we're just going to continue to do this, find the different pieces. You do have to look, all the way around the room. They can be literally on the other side. Once you do that, that will unlock the vehicle unlock for Palpatine Portrait. So that's going to be all the puzzles and the data card location within Coruscant's Federal District. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about anything. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.